everyone, welcome to my channel Yosmos. Space exploration is my passion, a place that answers all your space questions. I'm your Yosmonaut Yash Mittal. Why don't you buckle up as we launch this episode? In this part, we talk about something that we have been sending skyward from the past several years, and we call it satellites. In the context of spaceflight, a satellite is an object that has been intentionally placed into the orbit. These objects are called artificial satellites to distinguish them from natural satellites such as Earth's moon. Let's know which was the first artificial satellite. The Soviet Union launched it into an elliptical low Earth orbit on 4th October 1957, orbiting for 3 weeks before its batteries died, then silently for 2 more months before falling back into the atmosphere. Its diameter was 58 cm, polished metal sphere with 4 external radio antennas to broadcast radio pulses. Now it's time for us to know all the first satellites which was sent to each planet in our solar system. Light on Mercury. Because Mercury is so close to the Sun, it was hard to directly observe from Earth, except during dawn or twilight, when the sun's brightness doesn't outshine little Mercury. The first spacecraft to visit Mercury was Mariner 10, which imaged about 45% of the surface, and the Messenger spacecraft flew by Mercury 3 times and orbited the planet for 4 years before crashing on its surface. The European Space Agency launched its first mission to explore Mercury, BP Colombo, in 2018. The first satellite on Venus, the Soviet probe Venera 9, entered orbit on October 22, 1957, becoming the first artificial satellite of Venus. A battery of cameras and spectrometer returned information about the planet's clouds, ionosphere, and magnetosphere, as well as performing bistatic radar measurements of the surface. First satellite on Mars. Mariner 9 was launched successfully on May 30, 1971, and became the first artificial satellite of Mars. When it arrived and went into orbit, NASA's Viking project found a place in history when it became the first mission to land a spacecraft safely on the surface of another planet. The first satellite on Jupiter. Galileo arrived at Jupiter on December 7, 1995, after gravitational assist flybys of Venus and Earth, and became the first spacecraft to orbit Jupiter. It launched the first probe into Jupiter, directly measuring its atmosphere. Moving on, let's know about the first satellite on Saturn. The 1st of July 2004, NASA's Cassini spacecraft became the first to orbit Saturn, beginning a decade-long mission that revealed many secrets and surprises about Saturn and its system of rings and moons. First satellite of Uranus. 24th of Jan 1986, NASA's Voyager 2 made the first and so far the only visit to Uranus. The spacecraft came within 50,600 miles, that is 81,500 kilometers, of the planet's cloud tops. Voyager discovered 10 new moons, 2 new rings, and a magnetic field stronger than that of Saturn. The first satellite of Neptune. In the summer of 1989, NASA's Voyager 2 became the first spacecraft to observe the planet Neptune, its final planetary target passing about 4,950 kilometers, which is 3,000 miles, above Neptune's north pole. Voyager 2 made its closest approach to any planet 12 years after leaving Earth in 1977. With this, we know all the first satellites which have visited every planet in our solar system. But now it's time to go a little further. How about knowing about the first satellite to exit our galaxy? Let's find out. Probe launched by NASA on August 20th, 1977 to study the outer planets. Part of the Voyager program, it was launched 16 days before its twin Voyager 1 on a trajectory that took longer to reach Jupiter and Saturn but enabled further encounters with Uranus and Neptune. It is the only spacecraft to have visited either of these two ice giant planets. That's all for this part. Thank you for watching. Share and subscribe, and don't forget your likes will encourage me.